morning, and welcome to Winnipeg. Okay, we are going to continue on from where we left off last night in the 8K special. No, 8K extra. Yeah, you got to see my new mug. Okay, you're not going to be seeing that too often, except up on the shelf, I guess. Now, oh yeah, about that. When I checked this morning to see, if YouTube had fully processed my video, they hadn't. Anyway, that's so annoying. You go to a lot of extra effort and time, and you try to put out an extra high quality video, and then it takes YouTube 2 days to process it into that quality, which nobody cares about anyway except me. Well, I guess, hey, that's what it's about, right? It's all about me. No, it's all about the Iowa right now. And we are working on these little tiny parts here. I'm going to continue on that today. And yeah, I've got another idea for how to hold these parts and try and get them on. Got a comment yesterday that it went something like this. Now, this was the gist of it. Now, this is not word for word because I can't remember how it went word for word. But the idea was that I should make more of an effort to do these hard things on the Iowa, because if I get the Yamato kit, it's got more of this kind of stuff. So I need the practice. Well, I'll tell you, I think probably what's going to happen is I'm just going to end up doing the best I can with the what's in the box. I get a lot of comments, people suggesting you could get this sort of upgrade or that sort of upgrade. I may as well tell you right now, I probably will never buy an upgrade kit for the Iowa, or if I do get the Yamato, I won't get an upgrade kit to go along with it, because I think that at this stage in my life, I'm going to just find it just too frustrating. Yeah, that's like in a comment that I put in Steve in the model shed put up another video on this Bismarck build, and I said something to the effect of, I envy his ability to be able to do this piddly kind of work, and for me it's a sort of a thing of the past. I just seem to be finding it harder to do these really, really tiny things. That's just the way it is. But I'm still enjoying the build. I think we're going to finish the Iowa. I think there's a pretty good chance I will get the Yamato. I'm still thinking about maybe setting up a table in the back room and doing something there. When I get kind of tired of working here on something like this, I can just sort of throw my hands up in despair and go in the back room and get despaired back there. If you know what I mean. Okay, let's stop rambling here and see if we can recompose. I kind of got another idea of how to hold the little reel. And can you even see those things? Oh yeah, you can see them. We'll move in, don't worry. Okay, there's no rollback. And the sunrise this morning, I don't think there's going to be anything. It's all overcast, so don't hold your breath for that. Yeah, even if we could see it, it wouldn't be coming up for about 15-20 minutes. I was noticing though, yesterday the sun was coming up right around here, and Merv's flag is just off to the right here. We're soon going to see it rising by Merv's flag. And once more the leaves fall off the trees, we'll be able to see through there. I'm surprised that, we had -10 the other morning. It's funny that those leaves are still there. Maybe we just haven't had a big strong wind because they're frozen. They shouldn't be green. Okay, let's continue on here. So I'm sitting here at the computer and I'm editing out everything you have seen up until just right now, and I'm just finishing up, and I'm sort of staring at the screen, and because my surveillance monitor is mounted over top of my old computer, and because I'm here at my new computer, I didn't notice that somebody was pulling into the driveway. Well, as it turns out, what happened was my daughter had made up a bunch of sandwiches and soup and, some pickles, and sent them along with her hubby, who drove out of his way to drop them off. Yeah, nice. Thank you. Now, I was going to put this in the fridge, but I just know you're going to want to see what it is I had delivered a few minutes ago. And this is soup. Homemade soup. Now, isn't that nice? Hey, there's a sandwich missing out of there. I wonder who ate it. Okay. Now we'll put it in the fridge. Okay. I will not be having shredded wheat for lunch. Mind you, I like shredded wheat. And that's part of my problem. I like everything. You know, all that weight that I lost 2 years ago? I put about half of it back on, as I can imagine you noticed in the tire changing episode. Okay, I'm going to have to find a different way to hold this. Holding it like this was not a good idea. We're going to have to just take that off of there. Actually, it wants to stay on there. Well then, let's just leave it on there. Yeah, let's just leave that on there. Poke it back on. Now, I think somebody was suggesting I could hold this in the helping hands. The problem is the clamp, the alligator clip of the helping hands will probably damage this, so I'm kind of leery about that, whereas the self-locking tweezers are not quite as... Okay. Another person suggested maybe glue the discs together. And then too, there's the thing, what kind of glue should I use? I'm trying to remember how I did this when I made all those reels up for the Bismarck and the Hood. I don't think we had any reels, did we? Oh yeah, we did. I was going to say we didn't have any reels on the Rodney, but we did. But these ones seem smaller to me for some reason. They seem a lot smaller. Okay, so now... Or did that person mean just, I should have the macro lens on. I know you can see this probably better than I can right now, but with the macro lens you get to see it really good. Yeah, let's put the macro lens on. Now we could hold that like that. Whoops. Let's get the macro lens on. Okay, now I was going to pick this up, but I should show you first. Because of the shadowing, it's probably a little bit difficult to see, but the nip that we made on this part is basically on this side right here. And so we're going to have that down towards the deck. Now we're going to need to turn this over, and because that disc seems to fit really good on that shaft, all right, now if I was to take, this may not work. Now we want to have these legs down. Remember, I was going to put a little drop of extra thin, or pardon me, with CA thin quick setting on here, but I don't think it can get around that disc. Maybe I should be using different tweezers. Where's my other ones here? Okay, and I did clean off whatever it was stuck on the tweezer, so it shouldn't stick to the tweezer. I want to be able to grab it and take it. I'm just doing it sort of a dry run, and I'm just sort of, I can't see the hole that it has to plug down into, but I can sort of envision it because everything sort of fits like that. Now if I can hold this with my left hand, and we'll get some quick setting on there. Okay, now before that cures, oh, it's twisting on me. There. Should I touch it? I believe we got it. I think I got a system going here now. Okay, now I should be able to turn this whole thing over and do the same thing on the other side. Makes sense to me. Okay, I've got it turned over here, and I reinforced the other side with more CA thin quick setting. I was wondering afterwards, maybe I would have been better off just with the ordinary CA thin. But I'm noticing on this one here, it's the flange, or whatever you want to call it, that comes out of this part. It's got a lot of flashing on it, and I just tell by looking at it, it's not going to want to fit on there unless I was to force it on. I might have to do that off camera, just sort of, squeeze it together. Yeah, I think that might work. And that way it's not going to come out again, is it? Oh, wait a minute. Is that one? Did I put the others together backwards? No, I did it right. This one here is supposed to go on the outside. Okay, I'm going to try this first. Put a brand new number 11 blade in here. I'm just going to see if I can get rid of that. Get it back into round. Just poke it straight here. Maybe if I was to just kind of slice it off like I was slicing a piece of pizza. Something like that. Okay, it doesn't matter if this little flange thing that's sticking out is flat-sided or not. Now, where's the other piece? Let's just try it and see if it fits. Where'd it go? Oops. If I can force it down on there. I don't know what I knocked over, but I hope it didn't have liquid in it. It's not wanting to go. Maybe my idea of squeezing it together is best, but I don't want to break it on the other side either. I think it almost wants to stay on there, doesn't it? Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Okay, let's just sort of recompose here. Okay, let's do a dry run here now, make sure this is going to fit. Yeah, it seems to be a nice tight fit again. It's not falling off. Okay, now will the peg go in the hole?
It probably would if I was to squeeze it. I think this time, instead of using the CA thin quick setting, I'm just going to use the thin. Seems to me I remember saying that before. Okay, it kind of wants to go, but it's not going to fall into place. Excuse me. Now, where's my needle here? If I was to take the needle, would it be possible to enlarge that hole? No, not really. I'll probably end up shoving the peg out of the other side. Let me think about this for a bit here. I gotta make that hole bigger, or I have to make that peg smaller, one of the two. Or maybe instead of using thin, I could use medium, and I'd have lots of time to squeeze this together later into sort of like a pressure fit. I don't think a pressure fit is good enough just, without any glue of any kind. Now, I guess what I could do, being is that we are gluing plastic, the peg is plastic and the hole is plastic, maybe I could use some Tamiya extra thin. Yeah, that might work. And then the hole would sort of get mushy, and the peg would get mushy, and it'd all sort of go together. As long as I don't, squeeze it too much and get everything completely mushed. Okay, this is the extra thin, Tamiya extra thin solvent. And my thinking here is, let's see if we can get that washer to go down just a little bit more. I believe it is. Okay. Now, when I get this in place, I've only, it pinged out on the tweezers here. I know where it went though, don't worry. It's only about 4 inches away. Here we go again. Maybe these are the wrong tweezers. They don't work very good for picking up like this. I just want to get it so that these legs are, when I set it down, it's going to be level. Now let me check the monitor. That actually looks pretty good, doesn't it? Okay, is it still straight? Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, let's let that dry out for a while, and I'm going to go edit some footage.
Now, in the comments from yesterday's episode, a lot of people were typing in the word tires. Well, my son did come over, and he did change the tires. Now, the reason we changed the tires here in Winnipeg in the fall, back to winter tires, is because of the ice and snow. And, well, in my case, there's 2 reasons. I have to get them off in the spring because we're not allowed to use them in the summertime. At least not mine. Mine are studded tires, and they wear the roads down, and then, the Department of Highways gets a little bit upset about that. So anyway, yeah, there's another reason. Winter tires, the rubber is a much softer compound, and the hot pavement will wear the rubber down much faster than it'll wear down the rubber of a summer tire. I think a lot of you probably already know that, but maybe somebody doesn't. Anyway, just thought I'd throw that in. The tires are changed. Okay, probably about an hour or more has passed now since we glued this up. And I noticed that I got a comment from a viewer recently, and that person wanted to know, how is it that I know which coffee cup to use next? Well, I commented back or replied back that there's a list here on the post. In other words, I posted a list, and that's what I go by. So if that viewer is watching, and about the only cups that throw, or what you might call wild cards, are the pizza cup and the Pizza Day Cup, and also now I guess the 8K 60 Cup. Okay, those are the wild cards. Otherwise, they all get in order. Like we got South Dakota today, so the next one tomorrow should be. Wait a minute, tomorrow's Pizza Day. Okay, so it'll be Pizza Day tomorrow, and then Iowa on Monday. Okay, now got that straightened out. Let's put the rotator on here. And we'll have a nice close look at this thing. Okay, you're seeing it along with me for the first time. This is not a dry run. Well, I guess it is sort of a dry run because it's the first time, isn't it? Now, is it going to stick to the tweezer? Nope. Tweezer let go. Okay, I'll try and get it centered on there. All right. Now let's turn this slowly. Okay, I think we've pretty much been all the way around. I'm wondering if maybe I should reinforce it just a little bit with CA thin quick setting, just to. Yeah, I'm noticing that the leg on the left side there is kind of up in the air a little bit. It's not touching, which means that I guess I don't have it perfectly level. Or I mean, I don't have the legs level. It's not bad though. I think there's probably, I haven't looked yet, but I imagine that there's, in all likelihood, there is little holes in the deck where those legs drop into. At least that's the way it was on the other three models, so probably be the same on this one. Okay, I think we've pretty well got it. Now, if I can just make 7 more like that, then I'm done. But I won't be doing it on camera, I can assure you. Okay. We got one piece, 7 to go. And there's also a lot of other little pieces that I have to make more of, that I should really get to work at. It's always kind of fun doing the first one, but the second one might be just a little bit fun, and the next 2,000 are rather tedious. Now, as long as we're going to exaggerate, maybe some of you noticed the house across the street is up for sale. I think it went up for sale yesterday. And I just thought I'd let you know in case there's somebody out there in YouTube land that would like to live here in Winnipeg and experience winter 13 months of the year. And not only that, you could set up a telescope in your front window and you could watch the model ship being built live. As long as I've got my curtains open, that is. Okay, thanks for watching everybody. And all being well, we're gonna see you tomorrow.